So what I'd like to do is I'd like to spend a few minutes with you discussing how you can go about discovering and identifying your ideal sweet spot when it comes to your career, when it comes to your business. I'm David Wild, and I'm the author of Creating You, Inc. And in this book, what I do is I help you, again, to really know how to go about finding a niche and finding a sweet spot that deeply resonates with you, that resonates with your soul. One that allows you to make a real difference, and one that enables you to be able to succeed financially in today's radically changing world. Now, there are two compelling reasons why this topic is important, especially today. Number one, because we're looking at reduced job security as we look to the future. And number two, because of the high levels of job dissatisfaction. Now, when it comes to job security, we know that in the next 15 years or so, it's expected that around an additional 1 billion people are going to be entering into the workforce. So 1 billion people are going to be moving out of poverty, moving into the middle class, and I'm excited. I'm thrilled by that. These people are going to be saying, okay, where can I make a contribution in the marketplace? And so what we're going to see is a lot more economic competition. We've been talking about the global economy and the impact because of that. I think we're just getting started with that. Also, we're seeing, and as you go through this book, you'll see how important innovation is. The companies that are succeeding, that are most successful, are the ones that are innovating. And we're also finding that product life cycles, product management life cycles, they're being compressed, they're getting shorter and shorter. And so what does all of this mean? It means that jobs will become less secure. Now, if you and I, if we can't understand trends, if we can't look to the future, and if we can't say, okay, where is it that I want to participate? We're not going to be secure. We're not going to be secure in a job. We're not going to be secure in a business. So it's vital for you and I to understand trends and to find something that can really resonate with us, with you, so that you can jump into that and over a period of time become an expert in that niche and become a thought leader in that niche. When it comes to job dissatisfaction, according to Gallup, and this is based on over 25 million survey results, only 13% of the workforce in companies around the world are engaged in their jobs. That means that their jobs really resonate with their sense of purpose. Their jobs really excite them. Their jobs tie into their passions. Their jobs really align with the natural talents and interests that people have. Only 13% of the workforce is engaged. Now, according to Gallup, 63% of the workforce is checked out. In other words, people are just coming to work, they're checking in, they're doing their job, they're going through the motions, they're looking forward to leaving at night so that they can go home, and then they come in the next day and they go through the same cycle over and over again. And 24% of the workforce is extremely unsatisfied. They're looking at their companies as the enemy. They're bitter with their companies. So why is it important for you to really begin to find and to start a niche that resonates with you? Well, there are several different reasons. One, there are a lot of opportunities that are out there today. There are enormous opportunities for you to be able to jump out there and succeed. And you can succeed if you have the right kind of vision, you have the right kind of focus, and you have the right kind of skills. There are still thousands of opportunities. Now, one of the compelling reasons that you want to think about your future is because you spend the prime of your day, you spend the prime of your life at your vocation. And it doesn't matter if you're starting your career, the middle of your career, towards the end. Is it ever too late to sit back and say, you know, I spend the prime of my life in my vocation, and I really want to use that important time that has been given to me to really focus on something that resonates deeply with me, that helps other people? Is it ever too late to be able to do that? Your worry might be, I don't have the right kind of skills. well, you can develop the right kind of skills. Now, it used to be that it was very difficult for you and I to get into the marketplace and succeed. And part of the reason was large companies, what do? They spent most of their energy focused on developing a competitive advantage. And what that meant is that they did everything they possibly could to discourage others from coming into the marketplace and competing with them. And so they created, everywhere they could, enormous walls. But you know what's happening? What's happening is those walls are coming down. And it's easier today than it has ever been in the past for you to be able to succeed in the marketplace. Now, I find this interesting. IBM has been conducting their own research, and their research has involved going out to C-level executives of top companies and gathering their input. And so what IBM has said is, where's the economy headed? What is it going to look like? And what they have done is they said it's going to look like an everyone-to-everyone economy. Well, to provide you some understanding as to what that is, IBM, what they do is they provide a little bit of historical context. They said, in the early part of the 20th century, we had an organization-centered economy. So we had big firms that produced a few standard products and services. So let's take Ford as an example. So what did Ford do? Well, they designed a car, and they created this car, and they leveraged and they invented mass production so that they could create a car, as many cars as possible that were standard, and then they sold them to the customers, and the customers, they were excited to have a car that can take them from point A to B. That was exciting. Now, that characterized the overall economy. The money came because of large producing organizations that made some standard products and sold them to the customer. Today, according to IBM, we're in an individual-centered economy. And so what are companies doing that is different from the past? Well, they're developing differentiated products based on differing needs of customers. And so you and I, when we go to the store, we see a huge variety of different products and services. Now, IBM is saying, okay, that's the economy that we're in today, but we're going to be moving to an everyone-to-everyone economy. And that is characterized by two things. It's characterized by hyperconnectedness, and it's characterized by collaboration between target consumers and producing organizations or producing individuals. And people and organizations are going to collaborate together because of hyperconnectedness. They're going to collaborate together when it comes to designing new products and services, when it comes to creating them, to producing them, to marketing them, and to distributing them. So we're going to see a lot more of collaboration, a lot more of connectedness as we move to an everyone-to-everyone economy. And what that does is that presents opportunities for you. Now, the key to your financial stability, especially in the future, is really around becoming an expert in a niche that matters to people and becoming a thought leader. Innovation is going to become critically important. So as you find a niche, you're going to want to become an expert in that niche. Over a period of time, you're going to want to become a thought leader in that niche, and you're going to want to be at the forefront when it comes to innovation, a leader when it comes to innovation. So career and business stability will come from being outstanding at something, especially something that's in demand. So what really are the keys to you becoming outstanding at something? Well, I believe that there are 4 important keys. And these keys, these different ways of gathering information to help you make a decision regarding your ideal business, your ideal niche, is different. For instance, we talk about passions. Now, a lot of people are out there talking about the importance of finding your passion and trying to excel at it. But we say, no, it's not enough just to identify your passions, because you and I have lots of passions. But it's important for you to identify your most noble of passions. Those passions that touch your soul the deepest, that enable you, that are focused on other people, that are focused on helping other people to grow, to become better. Those are the kind of passions that inspire you. They sink in your soul. They resonate with you. They inspire you. So it's important for you to find your most noble passions and to focus on that. Another important consideration is for you to sit back and say, okay, what kind of person do I want to become? Now, we have this mistaken conception that we can go ahead and separate work from our normal lives. Now, let's think about it. We spend the prime of our day, as we've discussed, and the prime of our life in our vocation. And our vocation, it can't help but influence who we become. In fact, it plays an enormous role in the kind of person that we become. So as you think about your future, it's important for you to focus on noble passions, on really making a genuine difference. It's also important for you to say, okay, who do I want to become? What kind of person do I want to become? This is a chance for you to reinvent yourself. And if you're focused on the right kind of things, and you know the kind of person that you want to become, what's going to happen? You're going to be a lot happier. You're going to be tapped into a true source of inspiration. You're going to be able to make a difference. Another thing that's critically important is you and I have strengths that we've developed. We've worked hard. We've earned these strengths because we've put in the effort. But we've also been blessed with natural talents. And the truth is, when you ask someone typically what their natural talents are, what do? They stare back at you with a blank look. They have no clue. But those people that have learned to discover their natural talents and to focus on those are able to exponentially grow and exponentially make an enhanced and increased contribution in the lives of other people. So you and I have natural talents. It's important for us to build strengths and to become the kind of person that we want to, but we need to also take advantage of those gifts that have been given to us. We need to find those and we need to use them fully so that we can make a great difference in the lives of other people. And then there's also a fourth consideration, a fourth key, and this is a very practical one. So what are the needs that are out there in the marketplace? And where are there opportunities? So what we do in this book and some of the other products that we provide is we help you to do 7 things here. We help you to understand trends that are redefining the world. It's important for you to know what trends, what megatrends especially, are redefining careers, business, the economy, and the world. A second thing that we do is we help you to discover an ideal sweet spot for yourself. And then third, we help you to understand the future of business. What kind of businesses are going to be successful in the future? And where will there be high demands for careers? So it's important to understand those things. And then we're going to encourage you to begin to develop a plan for yourself so that you can figure out how you can become a true expert in your niche and over a period of time, a true thought leader so that you really have the expertise that's needed and you are able to help other people. Then we also help you to conduct market research. And we help you to do some initial market research. There are powerful online marketplaces that you can go to get quickly an idea of what's going to be successful and what's not going to be successful in the marketplace. There's also some search analytics that you can tap into, get a sense of supply and demand. And then we help you, once you've found a niche that you want to focus on, once you've identified product and service ideas that are in demand in the marketplace, then we help you to figure out how you can go about developing compelling products and services, ones that tie into you becoming a thought leader in a given area. And we tap into Robert Cooper in all of his product development research. He spent over 40 years analyzing what kind of products succeed in the marketplace and why they can succeed. And so we'll share those key principles with you so that you can start off on the right foot. And then there's the question of marketing. So you can create a powerful and a compelling product. And that is priority 1. But you need to also understand how in today's world to be able to market your products and services in a successful way. Today, a lot of marketing is online. And there's so much competition out there for mind share. So what can you do to stand out to your target market, to really resonate with them, to get them to become curious about you, and to get them to want to warm up to you so that they can trust you and then take advantage of the value that you can provide them to help them be able to succeed?